Hi, my name's Chris Garnowitz, and this is my final project for EDU 6330, Digital Media Literacy, for summer 2018's class. My class is on tactical ventilation, and this being a digital media class, I thought I would do a video of my classroom. I teach for the Bluffton Fire District as well as the State Fire Academy, and we don't do a lot of digital media literacy, so I wanted to work something into a class that we already have. Again, this is my classroom. We have a recruit school going on right now. It's lunchtime, and they've given me kind of a run of the room, but this is where I teach. This is where we need to introduce our digital media literacy in the fire service. So the lesson plan is for increasing a student's tactical ventilation skills and knowledge. And as firefighters progress through the introductory years of their career, they need to continue learning to supplement their initial recruit training. That's what we're trying to do here in the classroom, and that's what I'm trying to work into this class. So we rely heavily on three-dimensional props, one-time use props, and this lesson plan will actually move through, and I'm going to walk you through what we would do for the class that I am presenting. So the three-dimensional bits and pieces we have here on the table, and of course a PowerPoint presentation would be given to the students. Lesson 1 is all classroom, it's all lecture driven, it's media driven. We'll be playing video shorts and having students question and answer about what they see, what they think they see. Section 2 of the class, we're actually going outside to do something what we call a dollhouse burn. I have a video of one of our burns that we did previously. These burns are designed as a three-dimensional aspect to the class so that we can see how fire travels through a building. We do it on a small scale and let the students kind of look at in 3 dimensions how smoke moves, how it travels, and then we can discuss what students saw in the PowerPoint presentation. We can discuss those critical media literacy skills about analyzing and about what they would see in pictures and take that into what they're going to see in real time. While students are doing this, we're still having a dialogue, we're having a discussion on flow path, how ventilation affects fire, all of that, and they're getting to see and feel a little bit of the heat, a little bit of what the fire's actually like, a sense that you can't necessarily get from looking at a picture on a piece of paper. While they're doing this, once they've done this, we're going to take and again assess, maybe talk about, look at, and write down what they saw in the dollhouse that they either didn't see, didn't expect, or did expect from the lecture previously. So while the instructor is opening and closing windows and creating different flow paths, the students are having a dialogue. The students are looking at, they're interpreting what they're seeing, they're making hypothesis and theory about what they're going to see when we get to lesson 3, which would be the actual burning of materials, where we're going to become more involved as a participant, not just as a viewer. So that being said, we are going to take this to the rest of my classroom, and like I said, we're doing kind of a narrative as we walk along, because my classroom isn't necessarily something that is similar to what one would see in a K-12 high school or something of that nature. What you're seeing is an actual working fire academy. So we're going to take a little cut across. What we have is the final portion of our lesson, and this is going to be the meat and potatoes of our day, when we start to take that critical information that we've learned. We're going to take all of that information that we've brought in, and we're going to look at it from the perspective of a participant, not just from the perspective of a viewer. So we're going to bring into our discussion the idea of real-time work. Part of firefighting as a profession is that it is full of variables. And so what our students are going to do at this point is work on determining how those variables are going to play into any assumptions that they have made. If we're looking at a video of a professional firefighter working on a roof and trying to ventilate a building, we're not getting the real picture because he's a professional. He's been training for years on a skill that our recruits may or may not have. So we're here at the top of our training tower. The view now is of lesson 3. Lesson 3 is an actual ventable roof prop. This building is designed to be lit on fire. So the students will actually have live fire underneath their feet while they're working their skills. The advantage of this is that now we've come full circle. We've gotten to see in print, we have gotten to see in small scale, and we have gotten to see in full-size scale. And being able to take all of this information, analyze it, critically analyze it, interpret what we saw, interpret what we felt, interpret what we did, and put it all together to create the ability to adapt and improvise as the fire requires us to, as the fire ground needs us to, and then take this information back and look at it and apply it. So that's my presentation on digital media literacy. There are my references, and from the wonderful town of Bluffton, South Carolina, and the Bluffton Fire District, thank you very much.